yeah, his wife is a really accomplished koto musician, and she does like abstract fucking avant-garde koto shit. Are we live?
We are live now.
Yeah, this is my favorite album this year, guys. It's interesting.
Send me a link to that, please.
I mean, even it's got like, he's got a lot of different feelings on this joint right here. Like this joint right here, this is kind of like a, brush strumming. But he wrote all the music. He's just ill.
Those drums were played live?
Makes a difference.
Well, he had them.
Send the stems.
He composed and then recorded and then arranged things, cleaned them up. But yeah. But it very much is like a jazz album first and a hip hop album second.
This sounds like a better version of The Pimp a Butterfly. Man, the hater in me want to say I'm better, but the realist in me like, man, this production is great. Like, seriously.
Well, like the thing about it also is like it's not samples whatsoever. Really, it's like real, and that's a really, to me, it's like one of the more wonderful things about the album is like the beats are strange, but they're also like composed by him. He wrote the music in his mind before he organized it, and it's just a weird. It's such a weird thing for a person to do to me as an outsider musician who hasn't had any musical training. So I listen to it and it's like brilliant.
That's probably what got him, because he's an outsider. He's not like he doesn't have the constraints of all those other producers who think inside the box.
Right.
Because like objectively the beats are dope, bro.
Yeah.
Like seriously. Like, and if you're composing it from scratch, you have the freedom to do a lot more stuff. Unlike a person like me, sometimes we have to fall back on your library. Like, damn it, I want to do this, but then I gotta go find a damn cello player to add to the song.
Right.
Dope.
Word. Shoot. Well, let's just go into it, fellas.
Nice.
Welcome back, Mega Late Show, episode number 134. This is part B, and I just not pointing my direction. This is part B. We get a lot of like reverb off of the walls in here since it's so square. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, but yeah.
Like Hitsville, USA in Detroit.
Say that again?
What?
It's like Hitsville, USA in Detroit. That's the original Motown studio. It was this big, literally.
Makes sense.
Dropping that knowledge on us. That's right. You can get that here at the Mega Late Show. But let me not play. I've played this album for so many people all year since I heard it because I'm a huge fan of it, and so yeah. Strange piano playing. I say that Aaron's piano playing is it's kind of like really whimsical, but it also sounds a little devious. I told him it reminds me of like a child throwing rocks not at you but in your general direction. So there's this kind of sense of like danger, but it's also dope that children are just playing. So he's very strange, man.
As a producer, this is like, I can't play piano, right? I always tell everybody I can't play piano. It's all feeling. But if I could play piano, I would want to play like this. This is how I want to play.
He really has his own voice in jazz music, and it's not the same as like a Mark DeClivelo or like a more contemporary jazz pianist that makes hip hop beats. It's kind of its own animal, and that's one of the reasons I appreciate it.
Herbie Hancock tried to make a hip hop album, right? It was called "This Is the Drum." And it was good. Like, the music was good, but you could tell it was Herbie trying to dip into a new genre, right? But this right here, it just feels natural. It does. I can't, like, sing this dude praises.
Why does your voice sound lower to me? Is it...
There it is. Yeah. But it's got an Aaron.
Aaron Cholai, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Cholai. Yo, holla at your boy Aaron Cholai. Seriously, like
Yeah, he's dope.
DJ L-Spade, holla at your boy.
We've got multiple episodes with him. Yeah, he's a good homie. You know, he lives down the street, like 2 stations down. But
Might be a drop by.
he's amazing, man. And what he's doing with Namboku Records is really he's got like a line of artists on there. One of his the guys that he kind of helped train to kind of help develop is this kid named Shun Ishiwaka. And I don't know if you're into like drumming, like he's one of like the premier like best drummers in Japan for jazz drumming. Like,
hey yo, we gotta do a drop off, man. We gotta do a drop by, man. We gotta pull up on dude.
Yeah.
Like seriously, might have to call you after this. Let's do a pull up.
Yeah. I mean, he's incredible, man. Not only that, he's just one of the best people I know. Really good guy. And yeah, check them out, Namboku Records. I've had him on multiple times, and I had his wife on, Miyami Tokita McQueen on, and she's also really interesting. Born and raised to Australian and Japanese mother. She learned how to play koto in music school. Her mom is also a musician, and she approaches it in a strange way. And bass koto, professional koto and bass koto player. But yeah, that show that I mentioned on the last podcast, December 26th, is going to be at Batika in Ebisu, and it's going to get sold out. So I recommend people, try to get in there if you're less concerned about coronavirus issues. But they will be taking the same type of precautions that other places are starting to take. Check your temperature, require a mask at time. I don't know if the mask thing is true or not. Every event that I've seen is like, check your temperature, no mask required. But man, yeah, they're incredible. Check that out. Right. That's my favorite album of the year, man. Raw Denshi, Aaron Cholai. And right now we're listening to Pigeon Dust. This album also came out this year. He's a producer here in Tokyo. This is called Way Back When. And he's on the podcast too earlier in the year, man. You know how we do. Tokyo's greatest. And we are here today with some of the best content creators in Tokyo right now. Tokyo Stash and Spade.
Yay!
He's, again, fellas, gentlemen, what up?
Pleasure to be here again.
This part of the podcast, we can talk about Michael Jackson all we want and go into any type of conversations that we want to get into, kind of like what we do when we're off mic. But one thing that I do want to do, I have a few questions for you guys that we'll get to. They're kind of quick questions, but we were going to share some Christmas songs here.
Yes.
And kind of do live reactions to them. And I think that the Christmas songs that I have selected, which I have a few in the pocket if you guys don't have many, I don't think you guys have heard these. Should we go into that now?
I'm cool.
You know what? Let's do it. It's odd that you have an atheist and a deist here to talk about Christmas songs.
The funny thing is, you Lord Spade mentioned about the Christmas thing on the way here, and I'm about as boring a white dude as you can get, because when I think about Christmas songs, it's Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Good King Wenceslas,
Bing
Crosby.
Crosby.
Christmas, my mother.
I like that album though. I grew up listening to it.
Those are the classic carols.
Yeah.
That's what I like, and which is interesting because I'm an atheist. My mom was agnostic. My father was a small C Christian. My grandmother was an atheist, and yet I like all the traditional Western Christmas carols.
So you didn't have Dolomites, This Ain't No White Christmas?
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay.
The revolution will not be televised this Christmas.
Right. Well, shit. I mean, should I go into mine first?
Please.
Are you plugged in?
I am not plugged in. However, I don't have a plug either because I have the jack. So like if you could help me out.
Okay, I can do that on. You think it'll be on Spotify or YouTube?
It should be. If it's not, then something's wrong.
Let me start. Should I start with? Let me start with. I'm gonna play this song by Deerhoof, right?
Deerhoof.
Deerhoof?
One word, yeah. Deerhoof, like a fawn, like a deer, right?
Got it.
Hoof. And they are an indie rock band from the United States. They do have a Japanese singer, and this is not a conventional Christmas song. But back when I was putting together Christmas mixes, I would throw this on there because it does have the title Xmas Tree, right? And so, Christmas song, not a Christmas song.
So it's called Christmas song?
Xmas Tree. Yeah. And again, not a great vocalist, but vocal qualities that I enjoy.
Who does this remind me of?
Bjork?
Is that what I'm thinking, maybe?
Nah, it's not really Bjorkish, but the voice like.
It's like I'm a creep, I'm a loser.
Radiohead?
Yeah, it's Radiohead-ish.
Okay. They're a great band.
Radiohead?
But Radiohead, oh my god, you just let this happen all the time? You don't think Radiohead is a great band? I think objectively
I'm
that
on
is
the
like...
fence on Radiohead.
Thank you. See, don't leave me hanging on that one.
Wait
They're
a second,
okay.
though. I mean, but they're, one, liking or not liking their music is one thing.
True.
But the contributions that they have made to
Oh,
the
no,
genre
no.
are-
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah, we got,
like,
no, you, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm
But
just
you
saying.
don't like fucking Kid A and
We talked about Kid A,
OK
man.
Computer? Really, Kid A.
That's their one.
National.
That's their one.
That's my favorite. In Rainbows is good. I mean, there's a few that are.
That was on the Rolling Stones' greatest albums of all time. 100 albums of all time.
I think that's fair to some degree.
It was too high. It was too low. Like
I
I,
mean,
wouldn't
you
have put
can't-
it. It was in the top 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
right?
that is kind
that's
of.
that's way too low, man. Like
I'd allow 50 with some elbow room.
50
And
was
that-
respectable. I ain't gonna lie. 65 probably, bro. Like for me.
Where
like,
do you think?
No comment.
No comment. You don't really know it enough to.
No, I don't. When I don't know an album, I mean, I know a song here, a song there. Don't have a big opinion. I don't give one.
Okay, I can appreciate that. I need to learn to shut the fuck up too. You know what I mean? I got opinions about shit I have no idea about. Like, ask me about anything.
That's
I
my
got
Achilles heel
opinions
too, man.
about it. Yeah, it's like word. Okay, well shit.
But that song right there from Deer Hoof, what would you say?
Well, I
Doesn't
first of
feel
all, the vocalist is shit. But
Deer Hoof.
Deerhoof, whatever that was, yeah, she can't sing, and not discordant, not unique. Just she can't sing. Now, as for the song, not a bad song, not a Christmas song, but not a bad song.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm with you. The vocalist is shit. But the instrumentation, I like it.
Well, no, the
I like
song
it,
itself,
yeah.
I wasn't bad on.
Yeah.
I didn't think that in any way that's a Christmas song.
I think that's the point, though. The point is, it's not a Christmas song, right? It's
Yeah,
a Christmas song, not a Christmas song.
But okay, it's not a Christmas song. Why are we analyzing it as a Christmas song?
Because they put it as a Christmas song.
But they called it not a Christmas song.
I know, but that's
Well,
shit.
they didn't call it. I said it's not really. a
What's the
Christmas song.
title?
Xmas String.
Yeah, so it's
Christmas
Okay,
String.
how's this? Not a Christmas song. Okay, instrumentation. Not bad. Vocalist is shit.
What is the criteria for a Christmas song?
It has to be about Christmas or to decry Christmas or something related to Christmas.
Is this like the argument that like Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
Die Hard is definitely a
not?
Christmas movie.
I mean, it takes place during Christmas.
But it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, you can
But
say
it's
that.
also, I mean, but there's no Santa Claus. There's none of the.
But
regular
Santa is
fruit
not a
lines.
prerequisite, man. There was no Santa
I
Claus
mean,
in.
there's no
in-
Christianity in it
in
either.
It's a Wonderful Life didn't have a Santa Claus in it.
Yeah, right
That's
there.
true.
It had the
Yeah.
guardian angel.
Yeah.
So again, what is the criteria for a Christmas song? I mean,
You know, what is the definition of obscenity? I know it when I see it.
okay.
I think this is a Christmas song, honestly.
It feels like a Christmas song. I've
Yeah.
had it.
I
on
would
Christmas
say it has
playlist.
a bit of a Christmas groove to it, but it doesn't say Christmas.
No,
to
it
me.
does say Christmas, man, because Christmas is kind of a dark and depressing time for a lot of people. It is. Look,
No,
man.
no, I understand what
Let's
you're
pull
saying.
back the
She's
veneer.
literally talking about like her Christmas tree.
Right.
I don't know. Christmas song, yes or no?
It's a Christmas song.
I say it's a Christmas
Yeah.
song too.
It's not a good Christmas song, but
How's
it's a
this?
Christmas song.
Well, you know-
I can go with the Christmas song part. It's just not a great song.
Okay.
And she sounds like
That's
she's
fine.
in pain. And I don't mean the good kind.
A variety of their other songs I really enjoy. I don't think that's the best representation of her vocal qualities or the type of music.
It gets better?
I think so.
All right.
I think so.
Not a lot of ways to get worse on that one.
You coming in hot today.
No, I like it.
That broad can't sing, man.
You coming in super hot today.
Sorry.
Right.
All right, let me just play. Let's try another song from them.
What artist
Just for
is this?
the Deerhoof.
Oh, this is Deer Hoof.
No, but like the singing is not so much the importance of it as a band. It's like it is the instrumentation, the guitar playing with Nirvana.
This sounds like
really.
That's true,
Changes by
because
Bowie.
Kurt Cobain's not a good singer.
It's
You're right.
right. So it's more or less the combination of all aesthetic qualities which makes their band interesting to people, I think. But they're also talented enough musicians. I mean, they play better than Kurt Cobain did.
Yeah, but Kurt Cobain is fabulous.
Right. I don't disagree.
No, he's not. You're trying to be safe. Kurt
He is
Cobain,
fabulous.
he's fabulous, but he's not a good singer.
It's
he is a
irrelevant.
good
The whole
singer.
package is fabulous.
Yeah.
I remember
okay.
the first time I ever heard him.
It's the combination of all the aesthetic
Oh
qualities
no!
of music, right?
It was New Year's Eve, I believe, 91-2. I was at my ex-wife's best
song was
friend's
dope, by the
place,
way.
Yeah.
and Stephanie, And my buddy Carmen was in, and he was going out with Stephanie at the time. The four of us were there, and Smells Like Teen Spirit had just dropped. I'd never
Classic.
heard it before. So 5 minutes before midnight, Dave plays it on Steph's stereo. Just blew me away. I said, holy shit. All those hair bands, sayonara. This is the real thing.
I mean, I guess, I caught it. I also was a child when it came out.
Yeah.
And so, but even then I noticed like a difference between, the big hair bands in Guns N' Roses. Ugly Kid Joe was
Right.
like, MTV was playing, I would see Pantera, which was a different thing, like, so I don't know. I was there for the rise of the kind of grunge music tropes, but I also didn't realize the significance of an artist like Kurt Cobain either. But
Well, I was only a couple of years I was working for the Shopping Channel, and I was only a couple of years on a radio when that thing hit. So I was much more au courant then than I am now, and I just remember hearing going, shit.
Is he the last great rock star?
Could be.
Let me think about this.
I think people have said, what's the name of the Jack White? They've said he's a great rock star.
But he's more of a niche. I like Jack White.
Right. I mean, he's an incredible artist, like a musician, right?
You may be right, Ax. I'm trying to think hard. Like a good rock star, legit rock star.
I mean, people have tried to say like some rappers are rock stars.
No, it's not.
despite not being rock
It's not the
music
same.
based. Right.
Oh man,
Is Kanye West a rock star?
no, he is not. Kanye, Matt, you know what? This is a good conversation. Where do we put Kanye?
He's a pop music artist. He's
Now.
a rap and hip hop pop music artist.
See, I would say more pop than hip hop now.
Sure. Now he's his own thing.
Yeah.
He makes his last album was like a gospel hip hop amalgam piece.
Yeah, it's like a dude just doing stuff now.
Yeah, he's an artist. Now.
Yeah.
Like he's transcended genres. Like like you find him in the Kanye section of the fucking record.
Pretty
store.
much.
Yeah.
And he had a good 7-year run though.
I think Kanye's good. I'm not a huge fan, but I mean like people like him. I guess. Shit.
I mean, it's the Lil Yachty thing, man. I think the brand of Kanye has gotten bigger than the music, but I don't really.
The fandom often does.
Right.
The fandom often does.
Just saying, music-wise, it's a big decline in Kanye's music. Like I said, he had a good 7-year run, and then when you start getting into like the Life of Pablo, the decline happens quickly. Because the Life of Pablo wasn't even a finished album, dude. It was like you saw hints of genius in that album,
Sure.
but the whole album itself, man, it wasn't a finished project. And he'd say, "What? It's a living project." Nah, that means you didn't finish your album.
It's so living.
Yeah, it's like it's a
Fuck
living
off.
project. It's going to be changes to it. Like, nah.
Then it's not an album.
Yeah.
Call me when it's done.
Yeah, say like, man.
Well, that's the thing.
Hit
too.
a deadline.
Like he's intentionally trying to break certain structures of what people perceive of him and shit. And I'm not
Give
trying
me
to
the
jerk my
fucking
man
album
off,
when it's done. It's like,
but-
use your illusion. What did that take? 300 years before it finally hit? Guys, when it's out and it's finished, it's done.
It's kind
Don't
of a
tell me every 5 minutes
It's
it's
like a
finished.
pseudo Prince, man. Like
Right.
Prince
Right.
had content though, and he was a stickler about I'm not putting this content out until it's finished.
That's why he's Prince.
Exactly. But Kanye West is like I guess I gotta put something out. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out.
I think he over determines his like artistry in terms of like
I agree.
what he's doing and actually what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like in this day and age, you can release an album, go edit it, and then change the songs on iTunes or for all the streaming. But like you couldn't do that.
But isn't
with
that
a
like
piece of
Star
art.
Wars? When I saw Star Wars, don't give me the chapter bullshit.
Oh, I forgot
saw
we're
it.
recording.
I saw it at the University Theatre in Toronto, April '77, and it was interesting. I didn't think it was a great movie, but now that it's had the effects redone and it's been retro-conned and it's been changed, and now it's no longer Star Wars, it's chapter whatever. What a load of horse shit. I want to see the original flick that I saw at the university back in '77. Don't give me all this afterward stuff. We've redone it.
You don't want to see the digital remaster version?
No. Not unless it's just making the picture better. I don't want to see you change Jabba the Hutt from this fat white dude in this big gaseous bag of shit. I want to see the original movie.
I mean, it's an interesting argument to make, and with Star Wars, I have a very informed opinion about it. Mine is the same as yours. But I mean, like, remastering a movie to make it look better and maybe updating some of the special effects, but fundamentally altering scenes is a weird thing for me.
I believe in digital restoration in the sense of making it look better, sure, but not changing the basic aesthetic or the film itself. That's wrong.
And that's what Kanye does, man. Like Kanye doesn't digitally remaster it, man. It's like the product needs to be what it is.
He did that because I don't think that's something he's done on Yeezus or the last
one, yeah.
right? The last two.
Yeah.
I don't think he did that, but I mean, it also makes for interesting art. It's a different. I mean, you have to give elbow room for eccentricity when it comes to art, and you know, I mean. Kanye, that is part of the art of that project and something that in the context of history has to be talked about. Like if more people do that in the future, it's like it kind of flourishes.
And what becomes the definitive version? Anything?
I don't know what would be like maybe the purpose is that it is not a definitive version.
Well, then you could say that Poussin never finished any of his masterpieces. Rembrandt, it was always a work in progress.
Yeah, what if Mozart never finished the Requiem?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have Amadeus, right?
Well, you know what I mean.
Right.
At some point, as Steve Jobs used to say, real artists ship.
But also like the confines of like Mozart was creating art. Kanye West is creating art as product.
It's the same thing.
I don't.
It's kind of the same. Yes, it is because
I think there's a difference.
It's kind of the same thing because you had benefactors actually paying those masters to make the music back then. Like that's how all those great masters made their music. They had somebody pay for it.
But
and
Mozart wasn't. I mean, I don't know. But his intention was to create his art. His intention was not to look at the market and try to satisfy certain things or just because of this. Late stage capitalism is a tricky animal.
I disagree with that, man. Because you remember his last one before he died.
Mozart? Okay.
His last.
I'm not too. Can we use another artist?
But Mozart's so F for this though.
The Lacrimosa.
Yeah, Lacrimosa.
Okay.
That he literally was a lord came to him and said, "Hey man, I want you to do this requiem for me," and he's like, "Okay, I'll do it for you." He got paid for it, and then what happened was while he was making it, Mozart was convinced, "Hey man, this is for my death. Like this is my music. This is for me." But he was actually paid to do it. That was a paid gig for him to actually do it. And most of the masters, they was getting mostly from the church, but they was paid to do stuff, man. Like it's the same thing.
I mean, but also this is over 100 years ago. And the production of art has changed. I mean, Guy Debord didn't write Society of the Spectacle. We didn't have Baudrillard's Simulacra. You know what I mean? Like art now is very much a different beast when it comes to the creation of it. Like back then, what was popular was considered high art by people who considered it high art. There wasn't that bottom down hegemony of poor people deciding what was good and bad art. His shit is completely different. The material circumstances of when he created his art are hella different than Kanye and the Life of Pablo.
But
hella
I'm
different.
just saying, if Mozart took a long time to do that, I'm just saying, what? All right, I get you. I get what you're saying. But I'm saying, what is Kanye's? Okay, I get it.
What is it?
What are
we trying to define? Whether or not it's fine for a living piece of music.
I'm fine with it being a living piece of music. If that's his shtick, power to him. But at what point do you say, "Oh, this version wasn't so good"? It was actually 2 versions ago that was definitive. At some point, you gotta hang your loincloth out and go, "This is the thing."
It's never finished. Then, okay, I get it.
He hasn't changed it, right?
So is it finished?
With Star Wars,
is it still alive?
Right. I mean, I guess he could change it later.
All right. Okay.
It's interesting. I mean, like we're mastering music, right? Like compressing it to MP3 changes audio quality aspects of it.
It does.
Repressing it to vinyl and taking it like I mean, I don't really know what to think about it. But what I do agree with is the fact that the idea of this living album is something I don't really give a shit about. I don't really give a damn about it. Like, which is the best version of the album? The one that I heard is the one that I'm using to base my opinion about the album on.
I think it's a remix though. Like if I have a song and I do a song and then I'm like, it's a living album, and I come back and I get a verse from you on the song. It ain't the same song. It's a remix of that song. And I think it's kind of cheesy to be like, well, I didn't finish my album, so it's alive, guys.
Well, I'm probably going to do that with this podcast episode. It's a living episode, and I might come in and once I develop my opinions better, I'll cut myself in to really emphasize my points and make yours seem, less substantial.
Just somebody's doing that right now.
Or they can just watch the live stream.
I mean, is it a living live stream though?
I know, right? This is a living live stream, guys.
Living live stream. It's an interesting argument, I suppose. I just don't. I don't like when we have to talk about Kanye so much. Like enough people do it that I don't really.
I'm happy not to talk about Kanye.
That's true. I think we all can decide to just move on.
Oh, okay, but back to the Christmas music argument. Players Ball by Outkast was on a Christmas music compilation. Not necessarily Christmas
Was
song.
it?
Yeah, that's where it came out from. It was a Christmas song.
Wow.
On a Christmas music compilation. But it's Players Ball, and it's supposed to be... They talk about Christmas shit, right? Hold on, let me find this stuff.
I don't look at that as a Christmas song, though.
I think they talk about Christmas, though. What do you think?
Outkast, Players
Christmas
Ball.
song? I think we're going to
You
get
gotta
a
give me a
download.
second.
Wow, you might be right. I hit the jingle bells in there.
This was the song that brought them into
I love this
the
song,
public...
by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's beginning to look a
lot
lot
like Chris. Man,
Got that.
I never. Wow. Damn. How did I miss this?
So many like Christmas adjacent bars and homages to other refrains.
I never picked. Wow. I might have to lose my hip hop card for this one.
It goes on your permanent record.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a living piece. It's a living document here. We can change it later.
I'm gonna change my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a living opinion.
I like the tune. I've heard it before, but I like the tune.
The rhymes.
Above 110th Street.
Oh, don't just bring up the jams, dog. I gotta play that now.
Okay, just
Bobby
before,
Womack.
before we get into that, you're right. This is a Christmas song now that I look at it.
Right.
Outkast, yeah.
I mean, thematically, it's
Players
supposed to be Christmas adjacent, just as much as Deerhoof, though, right?
Yeah, okay. You know, I thought Jerry Hook was a Christmas song. This
Okay.
guy disagreed. But now that I listen to this, yeah, it
Okay.
is a Christmas song. So I'll give you that.
The problem is, I mean, what is a Christmas song? For me, you've really got to be directly related to the majesty of Christmas. Now, that's frankly too small, but you've got to go into my own prejudice growing up, you know, the west end of Toronto in the 60s and 70s. So I think Hark the Herald Angels Sing and Bing Crosby.
That doesn't say anything about Christmas. It doesn't say about Christmas.
No, it's
Well,
a carol. It's a traditional
right.
But I'm
Christian
saying you
carol.
just say it had to say something about Christmas.
Got a point?
You just stepped in your own argument, man. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know the
Going
lyrics to
aside.
that song completely. Maybe they have a Christmas bar in there.
No.
If they- I mean, no, but Christmas is about praising
But
the majesty of
glory
Christ.
to the newborn
Right.
King.
Is it
Right.
though?
If that, yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Jesus.
Okay, not
That's
every
absolutely a
Christmas
Jesus
song is about Jesus.
Yeah, but that particular
Santa Claus is coming to town ain't about Jesus.
Yeah,
No, but those are
Christmas
two,
is morphed into more than
right.
just a Christian
It's a
holiday.
binary star. But also,
Is it?
look. Christmas now is more of like a capitalist holiday
is.
than it is really about Santa Claus in particular or Jesus Christ for a lot of people. I know mad people like Japan celebrates Christmas.
Yeah.
They don't fuck with Santa Claus like that, and they don't fuck with Christ like that.
They go to KFC.
Get that
Where-
cake, homie.
Hey, dog. I mean, that's where they're getting it right.
That's shit true.
People
Like,
have to
yeah.
understand that on Christmas Day in
Yeah.
Japan,
Yeah.
the banks are open, government offices are
Right.
open.
Oh, it's Friday.
everything's open. Yeah.
Like Christmas is Friday, bro.
And you traditionally go to KFC and grab some chicken.
Yeah.
That's
And you
what
have a
do.
date. You have a date and bang it out. As Christmas should be.
Yeah.
Like, let's go bang it out. Merry Christmas.
All right, before I switch the auxiliary over to L-Spade, let me play my favorite Christmas song
Done.
that I heard growing up, and I think you can appreciate this one. Sam.
I'm ready.
Hold on, here on. This is undoubtedly a Christmas song.
Man, I was gonna pick this song. You took it from me this Christmas.
Hey, man, this is my favorite Christmas.
I was
song.
gonna say play Donny Hathaway.
Yeah. Okay, well then we
We
two
we're
birds.
doing this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite Christmas
This
song.
is Donny Hathaway. I told you.
I
When we did our
recognize-
reaction.
yeah, Black,
It's like,
Black Christmas.
yeah, I told you, we gotta do Black Christmas song. This is it.
This is
To know you better this Christmas.
this just it reminds this song reminds me of my childhood. Every Christmas this played. The vinyl.
This Christmas, fireside blazing high.
I don't know the song, but yeah, it's a Christmas song.
The night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
I thought this might be the real shit.
Oh, sorry about that.
Hey, you're back. on.
Spade,
You're back on.
you're a great rapper. Singing, not so much.
Hey man, if I can sing, I'll start rapping.
I think that's the thing for all rappers.
It's,
right?
it's the God honest truth.
Yeah. But yeah, this is undoubtedly my favorite, man.
Undoubtedly the best Christmas song ever made, man. For those of y'all,
what about you,
Donny Hathaway?
Stash, favorite Christmas song?
Oh, it's impossible. It's
Okay.
traditional Christmas carols. Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Okay.
Good King Wenceslas. Things like that.
Good Queen who?
Good King Wenceslas.
I never heard that song.
Sure you have.
No, I haven't.
On the Feast of Stephen, when
I
the snow was round about, deep and crisp and
I
even.
have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Never mind.
All right, I'm gonna play some hip hop beats in the background while we continue this conversation.
What's the name of that song again?
Good King Wenceslas.
Good King. Have you heard of Good King?
Yeah,
Wenceslas
I just
song?
don't remember the lyrics off my head. If you start singing it, I'll know it.
How does it go?
Good King Wenceslas came out on a something even when the snow lay round about.
Oh,
deep
keeping
and
Christmas
even.
even. Okay, I do know it. All right,
Brightly
bye.
shone the moon that night,
Da,
though
da,
the frost was
da,
cruel.
Da 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 da. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. You're right. I do know it.
This is what I be playing for my children during Christmas.
Hey man, you started new traditions, man. I respect
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Giving them a Christmas that slaps. Seriously.
Chicken. I just bring it in all together.
I think that's what I'm not a religious guy, but I always dig the Motown Christmas songs. Like Donny Hathaway, even the Jackson 5 Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Mm.
Then you have the Temptations one.
Right.
Silent Night. I mean, that was always just classics.
I love Santa. And that Santa Claus is coming to town. Great song.
Yeah, those like just...
The
that-
12 Days of Christmas by Bing Crosby and the Whatever Sisters is like another jam. I grew up, when I moved in with my mother when I was 5. She's a Catholic from the Philippines.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We went to midnight mass, and I grew up believing in Jesus Christ and all of that. So a lot of those songs, like I rock with them. I rock with them 100%. But in my adult life, I'm not a theist. So yeah. Or an atheist.
If you don't mind me asking, when did the pivot happen for you?
Well, I got confirmed in the Catholic Church when I was like 11 or 12, and then I noticed as soon as I started asking questions, they didn't have the answers for me. And also, my father is black militant, black Seminole, anti-capitalist type of dude, and so he started pushing me that direction. And so when I did join the Nation of the Gods and the Earths, the first thing that I did, instead of going back to the black radical tradition of anti-capitalism, I followed the through line of religious, because I was trying to figure out what the fuck the world was made of and why all this shit existed. And so I went through, a variety of religious theology, and eventually I ended up where I'm at now, which is a much different space. But I would say that I'm a Taoist mystic. I am a Marxist though, so I'm a materialist, I suppose. But I believe in the magic too. I don't know. I just don't call myself an atheist because I think that that's very reactionary to theism. It's like why would I frame my belief as something that is against somebody else's beliefs? Like I don't give a shit. Like I'd rather be a humanist or a variety of other terms.
I'm a deist, so
Yeah.
man, titles.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing too, right? The titles are kind of trash. But, all right, man. I don't know where we can go from here.
Hey, painting ourselves in the corner on this one.
No. We're doing just fine.
Christmas songs, man. Now, this is a remix of This Christmas.
Slaps.
It does
Shout out to
slaps.
John Wayne. Not the actor, the beat maker, the MC.
Now, off camera, we was talking about maybe the highest grossing Christmas song ever.
I mean,
Which is Mariah Carey, who gets
Is
the
it?
bag every. I mean, it has to
Is
be.
it?
I don't have no evidence of this, but like, you know what? It may be Bing Crosby. Now that I think
I
about
was
it.
gonna say, I mean, there's songs that have been making Christmas money a lot every year since well before Mariah was born.
But
Bing's version of White Christmas is around 1951 too.
and it's always on the top 10 during
Always.
Christmas time. So that being the case, but I don't know. I think Mariah Carey probably got Bing beat out
It might be. I don't know. I know Bing's
All right,
up there.
Let's figure it out here. Hold on.
because Mariah would get the bag every year.
She gets paid
Man,
every year.
like
And White
song.
Christmas, what the estate of Irving Berlin gets paid every year.
Well, White Christmas is about who?
Irving Berlin.
Irving Berlin.
Okay, what is the best-selling Christmas song?
Bing
According
Crosby.
to
Has to
the
be.
Guinness Book of World Records, White Christmas
Bing Crosby.
by Bing Crosby is not only the best-selling Christmas holiday single in the United States, but the best-selling single of all time.
Wow.
With estimated sales in excess of 50 million copies worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that settles that.
Shout out to the
But
homie.
undoubtedly, the most contemporary runner-up would have to be Mariah, right?
Or is it Wham?
That's what
Charlie Brown.
Vince Corelli in the background. Yeah. I love that.
Hey, we're a little early for Christmas, but I mean, you guys are music aficionados, so I wanted to bring that into play here.
Well, in the Philippines, they start Christmas in September.
I do not know why I'm having so many dropouts like that today, but yeah, sorry.
Should I say it again?
Yeah.
I was thinking in the Philippines, they start Christmas in September.
Oh, really?
All the Christmas lights go up, the Christmas songs. They brag about being the longest Christmas celebrations in the world.
Oh,
So you go to the mall in September, and man, the trees are up and people are singing. It's bizarre. You know, it's 95 degrees and it's Christmas.
I mean, I don't rock with Christmas, but I rock with Christmas. If that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not going to teach my daughter about Santa Claus. It's like a being.
That's a black thing,
You
man.
know, I'm just.
Oh, no, it's a being. I'm sorry. Let me
Well, I mean,
finish.
like, sure, you can see him the same way you see Doraemon, right? Like, that is not a thing that's giving you presents. Me and your mom take care of that. Your grandmother and everybody. I'm
you
just
know,
not.
I had this conversation with a white friend of mine, and because generally a lot of people where I grew up at, like black families in my neighborhood,
Right,
it wasn't Santa Claus. Like, look, man, I worked hard. I bought these
Right.
gifts. That was me.
right, right.
But like my white friends, my best friend Cameron, who came from white childhood, it was all about Santa Claus and the magic and the mystique. And honestly, I was that kid in school that got hated on by the other kids. I'm like, man, Santa Claus ain't real. I was
Right.
the Santa Claus ain't real guy.
Right. I think
Do you want to put that pressure on the kid though?
I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I don't have any intention of lying to my daughter. And that's kind of the big thing about it. Like, I can, skate around giving a real definitive yes/no answer, but I just have no intention of lying to. I don't lie to my daughter.
Respect.
I'll avoid a question or skate around it. But one of the things that the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus did for me is that once I got old enough to start critically thinking, it shaped my idea of what I thought religion would be. So I was like, if all these other things are fake, then what is the difference between Jesus Christ?
Facts.
And so it really did. It was one of the first stones that were removed from the masonry of my worldly framework. That was just like, well, if that's a fucking lie and that's a lie, what is the difference between this other supernatural cat?
Yeah, respect.
So I mean, that's kind of where it fell apart for me, just ideologically. I don't know.
Yeah, I grew up in a household where Santa Claus was not a real thing, like at all. Like, it was like, nope, no Santa Claus
I had
buddy,
it.
no Easter bunny, no Tooth Fairy. Like, none
I
of
noticed that Santa Claus had two different types of handwriting. They looked like my mom and my dad's.
that. Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I
word?
didn't even get that though. I got like, nah, no Santa Claus. It's me. like
Right.
off top, like, what do you
Okay.
want? I am going to go buy this for you. That was
Okay.
my childhood.
See, I don't plan on being. I would take my daughter to the mall to sit on Santa's lap, but you can ask him for something. But damn, Santa Claus ain't get you shit. That's fucked up. You should write him a letter. You know what I mean? Like
I
don't know.
I guess that's one of those, I don't know, cultural things that, like, I don't know if I was necessarily jealous, but it was always weird. Like, my friend Cameron, they're like, yeah, and Santa Claus brought you this. My house, like, nah, man, Mr. Johnson bought you this.
Yeah.
I was 17 when I finally figured out that Santa didn't actually exist. And I was pretty devastated. 17. Yeah.
I was like 10.
I'd had my first sexual experience, and I realized that it wasn't Jesus, it wasn't Santa Claus. I was like, holy shit. What
Yes,
else
he
is-
jokes.
What else has life lied to me about?
17. That's a hard. Damn, I might still be traumatized. You got a good relationship with your parents while are they both alive? Your parents?
Oh, man, come on.
No, they're not of this world any longer.
Boo, mega. I don't know. I'll be too forthright. But did you have a good relationship?
Yes,
with
I did.
Okay,
Very good.
Rest in peace to both your parents, man. Rest in peace to all of our parents who are gone. But okay. Let's segue away from dead parents for a moment here.
Meanwhile, back at the dead parents' house,
Right. See, I told you he's like the movie phone guy. Two brothers. Okay, I got questions. All right, so recently I seen you, Spade, you made a video tasting the convenient chicken.
Ah, I did
A
that,
variety
man.
of people have done this.
Oh man.
Did you get a lot of backlash on that?
You know what? I didn't get as much backlash as I thought I was going to get doing the convenience store chicken thing. And Uncle Stash will tell me, okay, first, this is my idea. Let me put that out there. I wasn't like egged on by Uncle Stash. I don't want to be like the white man, like, hey, you know what you should do? You should try some chicken, man.
Right.
No, it wasn't that.
Seasonal watermelons are on
Exactly.
sale.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Not my idea.
Yeah.
We'll get you and Lex Caliber
Yeah,
together.
right. And do a little soft shoe. No,
Right.
it's literally. I think that's good to point out though, because it was my idea. I was like, you know what? I want to do this, and I actually tore it. And I said, this is a big cultural faux pas. Like I'm doing, and it got to the point. Me talking to myself, like, why am I scared to talk about fried chicken
Right.
when I actually eat fried chicken? And okay, I tell
There's
you,
nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with you.
I like fried chicken.
can I tell the story real
Who
quick?
doesn't?
Go.
Okay, so when I first came to Japan, right, like maybe 2 years here, I went to this sushi restaurant with a friend of mine, Andrew. Andrew. I won't say his last name. Andrew. We went to one of those merry-go-round sushi places, right? And we ate like maybe between us 20 plates of sushi, man, 30 plates of sushi. We just getting everything. We done ate sushi, right? And Andrew, not even me, he's like, yo, I want some karaage, which is fried chicken, for those of y'all don't know. So it's like, let's get 2 orders of karaage. He ordered it. I didn't even order it. And you can see the Japanese guy face light up. He's like, okay. He went back there and got it. Then he looked at me when he gets, hey, you really like fried chicken, don't you? And Andrew just started laughing. He's like, in your face, man, blatant it. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there like, in my mind, it's not like when those Japanese people was making this sushi restaurant, they was like, what we gonna have? Ikura, maguro, sushi, okay, uni sushi. But you know what? One day in the future, a black guy's gonna walk in.
Gotta have the chicken.
And he's gonna want chicken. So, guys, let's make this chicken. Isn't that what happened?
Right.
Everybody likes fried chicken.
Right.
So that's what I had to come to myself. Like, all right, if I get backlash from doing this chicken video, so be it. But it's a reason why it's a bunch of fried chicken in Japan.
Right.
Cause it's not what
And we're not
us.
the target demographic.
Exactly, it wasn't for us.
Right.
So
in fact, I would say that a lot of the preparation is more Japanese gastrocentric
It is.
than it is for the Negroes.
it is. 'Cause the first thing I said in that chicken video was like bland. Like the chicken,
Right.
if the chicken is objectively bland and it doesn't have no aromatics in it.
Right.
And you know,
It's fucking convenience store.
it's
chicken.
good.
Right.
Exactly.
The Christmas chicken buckets that they're pulling out have a little bit more flavor.
They do.
than-
The Christmas
than-
chicken
than-
is a little bit more
yeah,
flavorful.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I was curious because that question is something we had asked. Probably hundreds of guests on our podcast. It was one of the questions. Like it was more designed around like marry, fuck, kill, the 3 top convenience stores, right? And so I wanted to bring that to y'all. Like I have the data, right? It's not well researched, but the majority of people that choose Family Mart choose it for different reasons than the people that choose 7-Eleven or Lawson's. Most of the people who want a variety of higher quality alcohol, they go for Lawson's. People that want to get bentos go for 7-Eleven, and people who just like an all-around decent thing go for the Family Mart.
Huh.
And so, like for me, I'm a Family Mart guy. Mary Family Mart, 7-Eleven is last, right? So it's Family Mart, Lawson, 7-Eleven for me.
Really?
But when it comes to the chicken, the boneless fried chicken, that same problem that you had with the Family Mart chicken being so greasy, I feel like that's something that's happened over the last 2 years. It's gotten more greasy.
You're actually right.
Yeah.
It has.
It used to be
Yeah,
better.
it used to be better, and that's why I did the chicken thing, because there's a lot of videos on YouTube about like convenience store chicken, but it's not the same as it was 3 years ago.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, okay, let's do an updated version.
The spicy chicken is the superior choice.
It's obviously the best, and I had to say that on the video too. Like if you're in Japan and you want like some good convenience store chicken, the Family Mart spicy chicken is by far the best. Get that.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah, but we just do a regular chicken in the video. You can go look on the Tokyo Dj page and my convenience store chicken videos there.
Let's get a 1, 2, 3 Family Mart.
I don't have any
7-Eleven.
opinion on it. To me, it's
You
all the
don't go-
same chicken. I know.
No, not just the chicken.
Okay.
Stores in general.
I don't have a preference because where I live in Kanda, there's everything, and they're all across the street. So whatever's convenient. When I pop home on the Yamanote to Kanda today, I'm going to pop into the 7-Eleven, grab some milk, grab some chicken, grab some whatever.
So by default, it's 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I don't really have a strong differentiation.
Okay, I actually do have a strong differentiation. I mean, I can't speak. But, all right, so if I'm going by coffee, it's 7-Eleven. Because they, in my opinion, have the best taste in coffee. If I'm going by, like, convenience store food, like, all of it, Lawson's.
They've upped their game now.
Man, they stepped it up.
The new packaging, superior.
Right.
Have you noticed the English?
Yeah.
They're all going English too? Yeah.
And now, if I'm doing for, like, diet food, if I'm trying to get, like, something in a pinch, it's Family Mart. But overall, like, the best one out of all of them, for me, Lawson's. Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I had been doing that. Like, I've seen so many videos about it and stuff, and I'm like, yo, we have actual, like, data from, like, hella people. Yeah, the alcoholics really go for Lawson's, only if they can include natural Lawson's. Because, you know, they got the organic stuff in there. They got the
well, you remember my place in Nihonbashi. Natural Lawson's was literally next door, 10 feet away.
It was, yeah.
And they've got the micro brews there. They've got a little bit better.
They have the import
variety
stuff at
of
Natural
everything.
Lawson, yeah.
So we stop allowing that. Like, no more natural. Because it throws the curve off. You know, like, if you do that, you got to add the other varieties of, like, Family Mart has Tomomi, which is like in the stations.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Shit like that. So 7-Eleven, you know, I know a 7-Eleven that had a Slurpee machine in it.
Oh my God.
Well, I do too in Gyotoku.
Oh, we're going. We're going.
No, it's gone. It was there and
Son
gone.
of a.
Yeah, they took the one out in Higashi Kurume too.
Yeah, it was a test. So,
Well, mine was there for years.
oh, mine, the one in
for
Gyotoku
years.
was there for a summer.
Yeah.
And it was expensive too.
I guess there's a lot of sugar comas happening because one thing about
Not
American,
with that little ass cup. They didn't
Yeah,
have.
they didn't have the giant cups.
They didn't have
no,
the big.
they
gold.
didn't.
I don't know, man. Like, it's just straight up syrup, man.
And they didn't have the crazy
Right.
flavors either.
It's ice and flavored
Yeah.
syrup.
Ice and sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah, ice and
Flavored
sugar.
sugar.
Passion fruit mango orgy. I'll have the triple giant double go.
Yeah, you gotta get 64 ounces
Yeah.
of ice syrup.
I was
I missed
talking to a where is she from? She's from Serbia. I was talking to a Serbia woman not too long ago, and as a group, we all went out to this burger place, and the burger was small. We was like, man, this burger's kind of small. And then we ate the burger, and we was like, you know what? That was actually enough burger for us because I've been conditioned for American sizes to look at this little burger like, man, that's not enough. Until I actually ate it. So one thing Japan gets right is serving sizes, man. It looks small, but when you actually eat it, you're like, you know what?
Sometimes.
Okay,
man.
sometimes.
But also, I've gained 20 pounds this year. So I've been on like, oh, this medium pizza is a single serving size.
I'm a large pizza medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the double pepperoni, double Italian sausage, and some
Boom.
onions.
You guys,
That's yo, we're right. That's my choice right there. That is literally what I want.
I got the Domino's app on my phone.
Yeah, they just open up a new Domino's 5 feet away. I still order.
They got one in Gicho, which is 5 minutes from my place. So I log on here, bills my JCB card. 15 minutes later, I got my pizza.
Yep.
okay,
I get sandwiches. I get milkshakes. I don't care.
I'm gonna give you guys credit on that one, man, because if you look at the serving size for pizza, it's stupid. Like 2 slices is a serving size. I'm like, bro, that's not realistic.
The sizing is bullshit. But
Yeah.
They've
it's
also
very convenient.
Domino's did some real tricky shit where like the regular is actually small.
Small,
now,
yes.
And they changed the sizes on it.
I get the New York special, the 36-inch.
See, I don't like the 36-inch because the crust is too thin.
Well,
it's like a New York style.
Yeah, it's like that floppy crust, the New York style. I like that.
I need, you know what I mean, a little bit thicker.
Right now, everybody from New York is cursing.
I used to go with a girl from Chicago, and I always hated the Chicago style pizza.
Oh, that's not
like a
pizza.
souffle.
Yeah,
you know?
that is.
It's a casserole, but it's delicious, man.
Never liked it.
It depends. It depends. Like,
Yeah.
I've had like what is it, devil crab?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, like
Oh, they
devil crabs.
rock.
They're okay.
They're a 5-minute walk from my apartment.
Oh, okay.
But devil crab
I've
is
been to that one
In
near
Conda. Yeah, that's near my
that's the
place.
first
Okay,
one,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
that was the first
that's
one.
the original.
Yeah.
You know, I actually saw a porn star there, and I didn't realize that she was a porn star until later.
Which one?
Yu Shinoda.
Okay,
Oh,
that's not the one I
She's
did.
renowned. She's renowned for her butt talent.
But okay,
It's not rough, but
I was on
well-shaped.
on the Yamanote line maybe 6 months ago, and there
Can
was
we pause for just a second?
sure.
What porn star did you date? Doug?
I'm not gonna say her name out here, but I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Is she like an established star?
Yes.
Okay, I would know her then.
Yeah.
How come you didn't mention this to me when I was rifling off the porn star names?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I
Okay.
did mention, I'm like, yeah, I used to date one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be on a random episode soon, right? The random show?
Yeah.
All right. That's embarrassing to me. I didn't really get my numbers off. I got a lot more in the tuck.
She's Great person too, by the way.
Okay, tight.
This woman was she'd be about 5'3", 5'4", and I recognized her vaguely. And it'd be about 9 o'clock in the morning on the Yamanote, which is the Circle Line JR train in Tokyo, and she was drinking a large can of beer. Now,
hard life.
It's perfectly legal to drink alcohol on the metro, on the JR. It's not a problem, but it's viewed as being somewhat déclassé. So,
I'm hella
you know what I mean.
I used to.
You see a lot of foreigners doing it, and drunken salarymen at times, but you don't see a lot of women unless it's a group of them. This girl was knocking back, and she was lit, knocking back the tall can.
Oh, lit! You see, you used it. I like
She was lit, baby, and she was some skag of a dude covered in tats, Japanese guy, and we're going, well, this is an unusual appearance, weird looking Japanese guy covered in tats, sleazy looking woman drinking beer on the subway or rather the JR at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I've seen her somewhere, and I don't know whether it was her buttocks or other portions of her anatomy that were, the go-to places. But,
I see the porn stars all the time around here. They do the health delivery service. I mean, it's Ikebukuro, so I've seen a variety.
You should talk about delivery health services.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? The delivery health service.
I love that name.
I love the way they skirted around that and actually. Okay, first, let me just say, Marcus L-Spade Johnson is pro-sex industry. I think it's a job that needs to be protected, and we need to really stop people from getting objectified.
Yep.
So when I talk about like the sex trade industry, I do it with an air of respect, and I want to say that everybody in the sex industry needs to be treated with dignity. Okay, I'm not talking about like sex trafficking and people getting objectified.
Right.
I think that's good to point out because people like to lump that all in together. But the sex industry as a whole is needed. It's something that's needed, and if you don't think so, then that's your bag, not mine. Don't twist my words I'm about to say and make it into something that's not. Just want to throw that out there. Now, with that being said, yeah, man, the way they skirt around the laws here in Japan, like.
Maybe you guys can elucidate on that for me because I'm not sure I understand it
I'm
completely.
not a delivery health guy.
I know, but I know.
I mean, I've never used the service myself.
Neither have I. But penetrative sex is illegal.
Right.
Everything else is legal.
Right. That's why they have like blowjob bars where you can go and
there's a couple down by the station.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And they're like I know of one that is like they don't even make you wear a condom. It's just
really?
like yeah.
Wow.
Sugamo. And it's like $35 or $3,500 a pop.
Man, I mean, power to you.
I would never partake. No, but I know of this.
It's fine by me, but it's like Jesus Christ.
Once again, you gotta protect your workers, bro. Like you can't be having random penises coming in, like in and out like that.
That's the thing about it. It's exploitative, and it's a gross industry. That's why a lot of people you see working for them are, Filipinos, or immigrants from here, and there's that side of it. But the delivery health, a lot of the porn stars are actually employed in making, like, you can get like Ica for a couple stacks though. But she's like one of the top porn stars in Japan, and you can just like spend a couple months paychecks on her.
Okay, now I have a friend who actually is in the industry. Beautiful transgender woman. You know her. I'll show you. And I won't say her name.
She speaks English?
Yes.
Bring her to the podcast, dog.
I would love to. I'll ask. She's in the industry, and like one thing she always tells me is like the ins and outs. So now I'll spare you all the details. But
you'll spare us the details of the ins and outs.
I see what you did there. But yeah,
do I have a?
There.
Oh wait.
Oh, rim shot.
Yeah.
Hey. But when you're not being exploited and you know what you're getting, it can be a good way to make money. She's Japanese, so like I said, there is a hierarchy of payment for Japanese versus somebody from out of the country. Unless you're like Russian or something like that, then the premium goes up. But
it's such a strange industry.
It is.
You can you go to websites, you can scroll through the women and or men or whoever, and then you kind of just can they deploy them, and so all these little hotels around me. Sometimes I'll see people linking up, and I'm like, oh, I know this person from this video franchise.
I remember years ago I was in Gotanda, and there's two sections in Gotanda, the normal section and the pink section, and I had to go see a client, and I was waiting for a few minutes near their office, just killing some time. So there are love hotels all around the station there. So I'm just reading a book, waiting 5-10 minutes, killing some time. And I glance to my right, and this older salaryman suddenly opens a door, which is the rear entrance to a love hotel, kind of disheveled, puts on his tie, looks around with much shame, and schleps away down the street. All right, whatever. About 2 minutes after that, this girl dressed in the full Bo Peep costume, da-da-da-da-da, off she goes. You go, buddy!
Yeah. It's interesting. I've seen some really kind of strange stuff. I've seen a girl and a man walking, and she's like holding behind her and trying to walking awkwardly. And
Yeah.
it took me a second to realize that that person was being paid to walk around with a dildo inside of her, and that was this guy's fetish apparently. Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to kink shame or anything like that.
I'm not here to kink
It's
shame,
interesting,
but
though.
I will say, in my opinion, I'm gonna say my opinion, so I don't get nobody in trouble. This country is in desperate need of a sexual revolution.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of repressed stuff. So I
Oh,
think
yeah.
when you have a lot of repression in the culture, in a lot of ways, is not. Okay, for example, and I will say this, like, in America, if I'm in the grocery store and I see a beautiful young lady and I want to say hey and I want to approach her and shoot my shot, it's totally normal for me to go, yo, hey, how you doing, ma'am? My name is DJ L-Spade. I find you really attractive, man. Are you seeing anybody? And if not, man, can I get your number? That's totally common. Here in Japan, it's like, oh, no, you can't do that. What? No, no. I mean, it happens sometimes, right?
I mean, there's
but it's
no
not
like
commonplace.
shit though.
Huh?
You know?
So what?
Nampa.
Yeah, Nampa. But it's not like a
It's a little bit
commonplace thing.
passe,
Yeah.
like a cultural faux
Faux
pas
pas.
play.
Yeah.
Right.
And that shouldn't be, man. And I ain't gonna.
I mean, there's a lot of like cultural issues here that are different than the way that happen in the West.
When I first got here, maybe a month or two, I was having drinks with a woman in Chiba, Higashi Funabashi. And we done no biggie, just having a drink with her, fine. And so we got back to the station. I was living in Nishi Funabashi and she was somewhere else. So we're on the platform. Night, it's been a pleasure. Took her, kissed her on the cheek. Oh no. I've been in Japan maybe 2 months at this point. You'd swear I'd grabbed her tit. Sorry, that's just perfectly polite. Good night.
Oh.
No, you don't do that here.
Oh,
And I
okay.
found that out a long time ago.
Well, the thing that was most jarring to me was like being in the act of it, like getting to it.
Oh my
and
God!
then
Talk about it.
the like, no,
Yes.
don't. And then you're like, whoa, you know, this is a huge red flag. Like something is amiss. And then they're like, why'd you
Like,
stop?
stop.
But I guess it's like, I don't know how there's like some type of collective unconscious that just passes on from woman to woman, because it's not like they're getting educated to do that from sex ed class, which they don't have.
A woman
here.
says no, okay,
Right.
sorry.
But I think it goes a lot into making full circle the porno industry. A lot of the videos you see here are the whole rape videos or the
But
videos.
how do women pick up on that?
Because guys project that,
And
I
they
think.
want them to.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like, come on, women watch porn too, right? And
I don't know.
they
No,
do.
they don't. No, they don't.
Come on, guys.
I'm talking about the.
You're lying.
This is
You're
this
being
is
malicious.
this is like a widespread phenomenon that I've heard from so many dudes, and it's like, where are they picking it up from?
It's coming from dudes.
From the guys telling them
Because
to
the guys,
avoid it.
I think a lot, and this is my opinion, I don't know, I think a lot of guys find that sexy, that whole
I know.
dominant thing. I don't either.
Not at
but
all.
it's funny, almost every foreign guy has that same story you have,
Right.
Mega. Like that same story. I tell the same story. The first time I picked up a nice young lady, who will remain nameless, from a place I was DJing at, took her to my nice little spot, my 1K apartment at the time. I was living in Leo Palace. It was a shithole.
Leo Palace.
But God bless her for even coming home with me. Got to that little place, man. Things got hot and heavy, and I heard, oh, damn it.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm done. And I literally gave her a shirt, wrapped up in that blanket.
Yeah.
I stepped on top of the blanket just to make sure there wasn't no ambiguity, and I went to sleep. And in the morning, super mad at me. Like, why didn't we do anything? I'm like, dude, you said no.
Yeah, you said no.
I'm like, I'm not doing that. And she's like, well, you should have felt the mood. You should have went with the mood. I'm like, the mood was no.
You said no.
Yeah,
You said no.
Rape
Just
charges.
assault, man. Like,
Right.
when you say no,
I'm a black dude in a foreign country. You really think I need this bullshit?
Right.
I'm like, dude. But it's funny. Everybody had, like, literally everybody has that story coming from America.
So many of the cats that I know have that story.
But can I tell you one thing? Japan does have right.
What?
The love hotel game. Like, them shows are awesome.
I've never been. I've always had my own apartment.
They're awesome, man. Treat yourself.
I got my own place. I pay enough money as it is, you know. You've been to my place. What's wrong with it?
Man, in Okinawa, there was this love hotel that was 2 stories, spiral staircase. The room was like a penthouse suite, and it was like 7,000 yen for the night.
Dope.
So I used to grab up a bunch of homegirls. We go there, party afterwards.
Yes.
And it was just great.
It's a nice
like
place.
You didn't have to talk to anybody. You go, you press the button,
really?
the key came out. Yeah,
I like that.
I mean, I've been married the whole time I've been in Tokyo, so I haven't used them. I've seen videos of the inside and heard stories, and I know they got like, especially like Otanda, they got like Bali hotel.
Yeah, I've been
wicker
to
furniture
Bali.
and shit.
Yeah, I've been to Bali.
But,
Bali's nice.
Right, but man, in Okinawa, like super fire.
It's this one love hotel in Shinjuku. You go in there, pay your money. They have all your toys and accessories on the side if you're down with that. All your fetish stuff, right? You can actually rent costumes if you're into the cosplay.
Your shit.
No, you can rent it for free. Like they'll be like, well, what costume you want?
Rack and shit?
No, you have to like put it in the order, and they'll just come bring it up to you.
Do they have my size?
What kind of costumes you were putting on, L-Spade?
Me personally, I don't do the whole costume thing, you know. I mean, but if I was to partake upon that, allegedly, if I was,
your Big Bird.
Big Bird. Hi, I'm Big Bird. Donnez-moi.
I mean, so they had that, and then one of the dope things is the place had karaoke, built-in karaoke.
Oh yeah.
They had video games, like you can go there play PS2. You know.
Yeah, why fuck when you can play video games?
Okay, here's the thing, right? You say that, right? But if you do the long stay for 8 hours, man, you ain't banging it out for 8 hours, man.
Speak for yourself, dog.
Oh.
No, but yeah,
yeah. I mean, what you gonna do in between?
You said 8 hours or 8 minutes.
One
of those accurate.
Rim shot.
I mean, for 8 hours, dude, you know, in between your replenishing time, you getting them electrolytes back in. Right. What you gonna do?
You gotta get that Aquarius.
Yeah. Let's get that Pocari Sweat back in us.
Right.
You know, you can play video games, chill, and
no, I think you're right though. The love hotel industry is doing certain things right.
You gotta find a clean one though. Don't go to like the little hole in the walls.
Yeah, they got one
the
down.
The hole in the wall one? I mean, doing it again. For the bit of the in and out.
Man, you got the hiss today.
Yeah,
I'm on fire.
I'm glad I finally utilized it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm making positive changes in my life. Displaced media. We're gonna have it. It's gonna happen. But yeah, man. Well, shoot, guys. I don't really have much more else to get into.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me just double check. Maybe I have one more quick question for you guys that I wanted to ask. Oh, let's go. Favorite buddy cop movie? No, okay, we're done. No.
I got an answer for this though, man.
Go for it.
I mean, my favorite buddy cop movie, man. It has to be, and that's not really a cop. It doesn't count.
Tango and Cash.
No, Another 48 Hours.
Okay.
But that's not because Eddie Murphy wasn't a cop though, so he was a convict.
Sure.
Yeah, same thing though.
But yeah, Another 48 Hours.
Well, your name kind of reminded me of like a Tango and Cash thing, right? Stash and Spade. You know, that's why.
We're a buddy cop channel.
Yeah.
I like
right.
Buddy
cop reactions. Yeah, they're not reactions.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Seriously, we appreciate it.
Yeah. But man, I want to thank both of you for coming. It's
Thanks
been a pleasure. If you ever want me to come by and kick it with you guys and bullshit, I'm super down for those type of things.
Oh, definitely.
Especially if you guys want to do a video at that Antenna America, I would love to go eat a hot dog and a cider or some shit like that. But man, absolute pleasure. The episode will be out soon. Let's do some social media drops.
Done?
Okay, please check us out, our YouTube channel, Tokyo Stash and Spade. Like, subscribe, all the whole spiel.
The usual that we never talk about.
Yeah, and if you need any graphics, video production, or music production in the Tokyo area, please hit me up. Marcus L-Spade Johnson. You can find me on Facebook, Marcus L-Spade Johnson, or my fan page, DJ L-Spade. And I'll be more than happy to produce a great track for you, or even rap on a track for you. We have done a couple of animes, Darling and the Franks, a couple of video games too, so we're more than happy to do that. Check us out. Our email address is stashandspade@tokyostashandspade.com, or you can go displacemedia@gmail.com. Greatly appreciate y'all. Stay up.
Yeah, and we're going to go out to this song called Feel in the Groove by Viva Ola and Thomas Ng. I think that's how it's pronounced, NG. And Sogasa. Enjoy it. Thanks, fellas.
Thank you, my friend.
Absolute pleasure.